everyone, and welcome to a special show here with GDOT Special Communications Coordinator, which is Kyle Collins. Now, you may remember Kyle Collins from earlier shows we've done. We last spoke with you, Kyle, about the CHAMPS program, about the safety program up and down our interstates and throughout the state of Georgia.
Right.
Refresh us on that and kind of catch us up to date on how well that's going.
Well, back in February 20th, we launched here in District 2, so I-16, I-20, and also I-520 toward Augusta, the Coordinated Highway Assistance and Maintenance Program. You've seen these operators with the special F-250 trucks, the message boards, the gas, all the tools that you need to help motorists and also help respond to traffic control and emergency type incidents. It's gone well. I mean, they've been able to assist hundreds, if not thousands, of drivers in the time since they've launched. Could be some potential down the line to even expand it to some state routes because it's gone so well. So again, we just want folks to know that they can call 511 at any time if they're traveling I-16 here in the Dublin area or anywhere across the state for that matter on an interstate outside Metro Atlanta to get the help they need.
Yeah, you could bring gas to them if they're stranded.
Got a few gallons of gas, can help clean up spills, fix a flat tire. They're well equipped, they even got a first aid kit, so whatever you need, they're very skilled individuals that are just there to help you, and it's a free service.
Kyle and I've seen it several times. The truck will pull in, especially in the evening. They get behind a wreck, anything like that, something that's going on, and avert traffic around it. You see it so much better coming down the interstate.
Right, they have the message board, and they're trained and put the traffic control cones out there, so you know, the EMS or the law enforcement agency, all they have to do is focus on the scene. They don't have to worry about traffic control.
Yeah, that's a wonderful aspect. Again, I've seen it taking place several times, and it averts a lot of people around and, you know, keeps another accident from happening on top of an accident. So, but moving forward on that now, up and down our interstates, you know, we're removing debris and things like that, so that if you should run off the road or anything, you know, you guys are constantly thinking about safety.
Right.
And so we'll see that happening.
Right, that's been happening. It kicked off earlier this year, more so in our southeast district, but y'all will see it a little on the edge of that Emmanuel-Candler County line. So roughly, I think it's mile 95, actually going into Savannah on mile 155. They're doing a lot of, basically some clear cutting in the medians of some of the trees. They really haven't been managed the last 60 or 70 years. They've become overgrown. They may look pretty when you're driving through, but anytime we have a hurricane or a severe weather incident, that's a safety issue. Those trees get blown down on the road shut down for a certain amount of time, we have to clean them up. So it's a safety enhancement project, and also taking good care of the environment. Everything's been evaluated. They're putting some plantings back in to take care of some of the native species and also make it look good. So it's not just a willy-nilly effort where they're going through and clear cutting and they're not thinking about it. So there is a method to the madness with that.
Yeah. And Kyle, you know, any project that GDOT undertakes, anyone who receives a bid on that and a construction company starts a project, many times it doesn't go exactly like you plan. It takes a little time. And so with that being said, I'm bringing up the issue of the new Oconee River Bridge.
Right. Initially, they broke ground and started working in January 2015. There have been a few time extensions and some issues we ran into when they actually started drilling in the river that was unforeseen. And like you said, construction, as I have learned to, can sometimes be a long and frustrating process just because there's so many variables that happen throughout that time. But we're looking to, the bridge is already done. Thank goodness Gregory Bridge has done a great job on that. There's about 1,000 feet more they have to pave on the East Dublin Buckeye Road side, some guardrail, some cleanup up under the bridge. Don't have a firm date at this juncture, but we're confident to say by the end of September we'll have the entire project open, and there will actually be a big local event and a bridge dedication to coincide with that when it does happen.
Yeah, we'll keep everyone up to date on that as we go along, but within 45 days or so, people are going to have that opportunity to save a lot of time, have a lot more convenience in what they do in moving through that area of our county.
Right, and it's been a long time coming, and we appreciate folks' patience throughout this period.
In addition to what the state's doing, the county's actually paving the Country Club Road. You'll need to be aware of that.
Right, that's a TIA or a Transportation Splice project. It was awarded to Everett Dykes Grassing Company, about $650,000 contract, pretty much from where that new project starts at Blackshear Ferry all the way back coming into the city with the connection to 441. About 3 to 3.5 miles, that's going to be completely resurfaced, and a certain section of it is going to have some 2-foot widening on the shoulders to give you a little extra recovery time, safety if you have car trouble, and also really stand up to the hundreds, if probably thousands of more cars that are going to be coming that way.
Yeah. It is a well-traveled road now.
Right.
And we know it'll increase
And
drastically.
it needs it, it needs some maintenance. You can tell, the locals that drive that way.
So we have a few other projects that we've been able to complete in the last, few weeks or so. You had the Chapel Mill Bridge, Register Road Bridge, and then there's one other that's in the works.
Mount Olive Road, it was part of a 3-bridge local all-system contract that was awarded to E.R. Snell, which I think is about $3.5 to $3.8 million. A period of 180 days once they close to actually complete and fully replace the bridge. So it's pretty impressive for the 2 bridges on Coleman Register and Chapel Mill. I think folks have been pleased with them. They look great. It's adding safety to your local routes.
Yeah, and so how do you get to that point? How often do you go to a county road like that and inspect a bridge and determine, hey, we got to replace this time?
Well, technically, every bridge, even if it's not on a state route, is under our jurisdiction as far as the inspection goes, even if the county has maintenance responsibilities. So we have inspection reports that we share with the city or county. And we're doing a lot of that with the new state funding mechanism, Transportation Funding Act, that was passed in 2015. A lot of that money is going to these local routes, whether it's resurfacing, restriping, or doing the all-system bridges. So we're doing a ton of those, and Lawrence County is just the latest example.
Yeah, and it's good that not only do we have the county, but we also have the state to be able to come along and inspect those. Well, everyone wants to know about the bridge out at I-16. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break and let you know what's going on with that bridge that was damaged recently. We'll be right back.
Dublin Tire Company, serving Lawrence County since 1955. At Dublin Tire Company, we are proud to provide roadside service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have full service truck repairs. There's no truck too large or too small. Does your vehicle need new tires? At Dublin Tire Company, we provide you with passenger tires from the best brands anywhere at a price no one else can offer, not even the large stores. We have it all: Michelin, Bridgestone, Firestone, Goodyear, and BF Goodrich, just to name a few. See Dublin Tire Company for specialty tires, off-road tires, and forestry tires. Any type unique tire, we have it all. Come see Dublin Tire Company for hassle-free quality repairs at affordable prices. Come see Tom Mullis or Neil Harden and the wonderful staff today at Dublin Tire Company. Family owned and family operated since 1955. Dublin Tire Company, 1315 Telfair Street in Dublin.
Hi, I'm Jeff Cannon, President of Citizens Bank of Lawrence County. If you're presently a customer of ours, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for allowing us to be your bank. We appreciate the confidence you have placed in us and enjoy providing you with the most up-to-date banking products and services to satisfy your needs. If you're not a current customer, we would like to invite you to stop by and let us show you true community banking at its best. We concentrate on our local community, doing our part to make Dublin and Lawrence County a better place to live, work, play, and retire. We recently introduced 2 new products, eStatements and Access Now, our mobile banking app. Both of these products will help to make banking with us more convenient and will also help to provide you with a safer and more secure banking experience. So for all your banking needs, just give us a call or stop by and let us show you personal banking at its best. Citizens Bank of Lawrence County, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we're here with Kyle Collins from GDOT. And we're talking about a lot of opportunity for the community to be able to travel safer, to get the services from Georgia Department of Labor. And right now we want to talk a little bit, Kyle, about the bridge at 441 and I-16 that was recently damaged. Now, that's happened before with us here, and when construction starts on that, it's a little inconvenient. So kind of catch us up to date on what's going on with that and how that type of thing seems to happen.
Right. Well, basically it happened the week of July 24th, so it's been literally about a month to the day. An individual was hauling a piece of construction equipment a particular morning, and this proper inspections weren't done on the load to ensure that the height wasn't going to catch a bridge, and literally the first bridge this individual came to, he ended up clipping the Highway 441 exit 51 bridge. We had to do a shutdown of I-16 that day for a few hours to inspect. And since then, we've had the right southbound lane of 441 heading towards McRae in that area shut down until repairs could begin. Contract has been awarded. Actually, notice to proceed was given today to Gregory Bridge Company to do emergency repairs, and they're going to come in starting Monday night to do work in that area.
Okay, so what will we expect as travelers going across the bridge on the local road and then the interstate underneath? What'll happen?
The local configuration on the state route, Highway 441, is going to remain the same. So you're just going to have that one southbound lane closed, still going to shift you over so you can still safely go through on 441 again. A little slower because you don't have all the lanes that you're used to. I-16 actually will be closed for some times, but it's all night work. So from 7:30 p.m. to 6:30 a.m. for certain times. Once they start on Monday, they have a 20-day period where they're limited to do any closures on I-16. So basically within 20 days, they're going to be done with the work. So 7:30 p.m., 6:30 a.m., you may be diverted off the eastbound exit ramp, across at the light, and back on that way during that nighttime period. Might not be every day in the 20-day period, but that is something you can expect to see. We actually will have to have brief closures of I-16 for them to do some of the work.
So you're saying all the work should be done in 20 days?
That is the amount of time they have where they can do any closures on 16. So
Okay.
more than likely during that 20-day stretch. Omitting, there are restrictions where we can't close during the Labor Day weekend. So from that Friday to the Tuesday after Labor Day, you won't see them doing any work. But that does not count against their 20 days. So technically, I guess it's 24 or 25 that they have if you want to omit the restrictions.
Okay. So we shouldn't be inconvenienced very long.
Right.
But I have to ask, because people wonder how this thing has happened a couple of times here. Is it just carelessness from these companies?
To put it frankly, I think that's the best way. There's a clearance given on each one of these bridges, and professional haulers and these big companies, commercial outfits, they know what the clearance is. So it's on them to make sure their equipment is the right height. And if
the burden's on them.
And the burden is on them. There's an insurance claim filed, and this project is actually awarded to Gregory Bridge for $830,000. So the cost of that and anything associated will be billed through the insurance claim process to the particular company that was at fault.
Wow. So we must pay attention.
Yeah, got to pay attention if you're in that line of work.
What are other things that are coming along for us here, other things in the works that will affect us here, not only in Middle Georgia, but throughout the state right now with GDOT?
Well, you've got the big stuff down the way towards Macon, the 1675 interchange. That's a multi-phase. I think it's a 5 to 7 phase, $700+ million change. They're redoing 30-something bridges, adding in collector distributor lanes. They're redoing one of the older neighborhoods in that area. That's a major project. It's probably one of the biggest undertakings that GDOT has had statewide, maybe in its history, if you talk about all the moving parts with it. I know folks traveling to Macon have seen some closures, I think, to the on-ramp of I-16 on Spring Street, and a lot of clearing. It looks like a totally different world when you go through there. So that's something that's going to be going on. Again, we're talking about a multi-phase, several $100 million investment that's going to redo that entire area coming into and actually in the interchange. So that is something folks, well, I guess I look forward to when it's actually done. There are going to be some headaches when we have to close lanes weekly or monthly to work on that, but that's something big.
And that's years in advance before that's complete.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's not just a one phase. You've got several different contractors that have bid and been awarded. I mean, they're working on phase, I think, 1 and 2 right now. And I don't know all the exact specifics because that's actually just out of our district. But that's something that's going to be there for the next, 4, 5, 6, 7 years just because it's such a massive scope. Again, you're talking about 37 bridges alone need to be redone, replaced, realigned. So it's a big undertaking.
Yeah. There's no slow effort from the Georgia Department of Labor, that's for sure.
Right, yeah, GDOT's definitely on point with that one.
So we'll be looking forward to the bridge opening over the Oconee River and also the naming of that. You'll be unveiling that coming up in about 45 days. And so the bridge is being dedicated to Sergeant Dewey Lee Johnson from our community here, lost his life in service. He was in the Marines, and many will remember he was in the rescue mission that tried to free 52 American hostages in Iran back in the 80s. The VA administration placed a 5-foot tall marker that's in downtown Dublin for Sergeant Dewey Lee Johnson. We look forward to that, and thank you as always.
Yes, sir.